The 3 hours came and the 3 hours went. Of course, today's video is on the Octopath Traveler 0 demo. Let me start off with a question. Have you played it and what are your thoughts? It's always nice to get a demo, especially one that allows you to transfer your save data to the full game. So we're going to be talking about my opinions on that demo today. So with that all being said, what is up guys? Jen here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. If you like the content you're seeing, please support the channel and hit the like button. It helps out a lot. And if you want to stick around for some more Octopath Traveler content, you're already in the right place. Just hit that subscribe button. So during the State of Play Japan, we got a trailer for the latest entry in Square Enix beloved series Octopath Traveler. That is indeed Octopath Traveler 0, and they shadow dropped a demo for everyone to enjoy on all platforms. And I'll reiterate this again because it's awesome. When Square Enix does this, this is the opening of the game and our save data carries on to the full release. And some of you might be just sitting there thinking, Jen, I've not played any of the Octopath Traveler games. Why would I start with Octopath Traveler 0? Though I think it's a fine one to start with, it would be a crime if I didn't point you in the direction of Octopath Traveler 1 and Octopath Traveler 2. And thanks to our partners at Instant Gaming, you can grab Octopath Traveler 1 at just over $25. And you can also grab Octopath Traveler 2 for just under $30. These are bargains. If you already have them, check out Instant Gaming's website. There's plenty of games for you to choose from, and as always we have a giveaway and those links are down below. But we are talking about Octopath Traveler 0, we are talking about this demo, so let's just kick off with the intro of the game. We of course are making our own character in this game. We get to pick what we look like, we get to pick our favorite food, we get to pick a couple of abilities that will help us out in combat, and then we get thrown into the game in our peaceful village of Wishvale. I won't go into too much when it comes to the story, but from what I've seen, regardless of what we might think of the Champions of the Continent mobile game and anything like that, this drew me in straight away, and with the additional voice acting, I'm ready to see where it goes. I'm kind of thinking about going back and trying to get done a little bit more so I can just unravel the story just a little bit more before those 3 hours are up, but from what I've seen, I'm pretty happy and ready to dive into that. Let's just go straight into the meat of the game and talk about the gameplay. And I'm going to start off with something that I'm a sucker for, and that's the town building. Though I didn't really get to experience too much here in the demo with the town building, because it seems like it's going to be one of those things that are going to progress more and more as you go through the game, as you get more characters and maybe do more of the story related to the restoration of Wishvale, that I'm just going to get so lost in it. But the little snippet that we got here, I'm all in. Building houses, placing trees and other objects across Wishvale, and then designating places for certain people to be, whether they might specialize in bringing metal to the village or bringing wood to the village, or maybe they can help out in other areas of the village. I'm all in, and it's a system that I'm sure that is just going to get bigger and have more excuses to get lost in, and I am a fan in that because I loved games like Dark Cloud, so I always like an RPG that has a town builder for times when you just want to take a break from the main story. And even though you're taking a break from the main story, it still has its own story, so it's not like you're just getting lost in building buildings. You are actually progressing in the restoration of Wishvale, and I dig it. I really do dig it. Let's touch on exploration. Again, with it being such a small demo, I did go through as many areas as I can. It's typical Octopath Traveler style here. You've got a few chests here and there. I noticed some blue chests as well, which is going to be linked to, I'm sure, something that's going to be in the later in the game. There's of course the green sparkly spots that are going to be a distraction for me, because I'm going to want as much resources as I can to rebuild Wishvale and contribute to whatever I may be needing to build. Dungeons, very much the same, though it looks like they picked up something from the mobile game, even though I said I wasn't going to mention it too much. There was a thing where there's enemies that are a little bit more powerful than the random encounters you get. They're usually guarding a chest or something of importance, and it's nice to have that little bit more of a challenge. Apart from that, I'm liking the look of it. Let's just weave in the look of the game with exploration. It's HD 2D, it's back to Octopath. There were definitely comments in my earlier videos as I've been covering Octopath 0 of people thinking it was a bit of a downstep from Octopath Traveler 2, but from what I've seen, it looked absolutely phenomenal with all the spell effects and everything that's going on in battles and just as you traversing these lands. it looks really good. No complaints from me there whatsoever. I guess also tying in to exploration is a couple of the characters I managed to pick up. I didn't manage to pick up 8. I didn't manage to make my party of 8, and I'll talk about that when I get to combat. But the fact that we can come across a lot of characters that can join our cause and be part of our party. It looks like some of them are going to be hidden. Maybe some of them unlock while you've done certain beats of the story, whether that's the restoration or the revenge part of the story. It's going to be really nice to dive into, and this fact that there's over 30 characters to recruit, I guess that sounds overwhelming, but at the same time, it's quite exciting to have such a varied cast of characters to pick from. Very interested to see how they tackle each individual stories, because it seems like they're tackling the arcs of the Masters of the Rings that we need to collect as our chapters. Like old Octopath Traveler games tackled their chapters with the heroes, are doing it with the villains here, and it seems like the characters that we meet along the way, well, we get a few unvoiced lines, and then when they join the party, it seems like we get a voice line. Whether that story arc continues, if we discover more places and they kind of interact a little bit, we will see what happens there. But that ties us in nicely to the combat. I love the break and boost system, and here, even though again I didn't get 8 characters in my demo playthrough, I guess I could challenge myself and get 8 characters within that 3 hours. Has anyone done that? Let me know down below. But the fact that the break and boost system looks like it's gonna, again, feel like it's overwhelming because we have 8 characters, but I think the flexibility of this battle system and just diving into finding weaknesses and having all of the spells and weapons at your disposal in a party of 8 could make the game a little bit easier than intended, but at the same time, there's a lot of things to mess around with here. When it comes to difficulty, when it came to combat, it was pretty smooth sailing, I've got to be honest. Even when coming across some of those menacing enemies in the dungeons. But apart from that, these are all things that I'm excited to dive into. I guess this is not really like a review, but just my overall thoughts, and this has definitely furthered my excitement and my hype for Octopath Traveler 0. There seems to be a lot here. Again, we know this game's going to be over 100 hours of content from interviews, and just having this small snippet of 3 hours, I really think that we've only scratched the surface with this demo, and I'm very interested to see what comes next. I've got to finish up with the music here. Phenomenal. I love the Octopath Traveler soundtrack, whether it's 1, 2, or this one, which seems to be mixing a lot of the games, as well as original music from Champions of the Continent. When it comes to just thoughts of like, oh, mobile game to console game, from what I've seen, this is going to feel very different. It's going to be a pleasing title to play for new players that haven't played the mobile game like me. I only know snippets of the mobile game, and I think there's something that is definitely new offered here for players that have played Champions of the Continent as well. Time will tell. We've not got that long to go. Let me know your opinions down in the comments section down below. I think I'm going to go back and try and get 3 more hours in and see what I can do, and see if I can get the perfect save ready for my full playthrough. Don't forget to visit Instant Gaming just in case you want Octopath Traveler 1 or 2, or maybe a plethora of other JRPGs that they offer on the website at incredible prices, if I didn't make that apparent enough already. But thanks again, and I'll catch you on the flip side.